basketball matchup between the visiting Holland College Hurricanes and your Mount Allison Mounties. At this point, I ask everyone please rise if you're able to remove your headwear, turn and face the Canadian flag for the playing of our national anthem. And now playing this afternoon's starting lineups first for the Holland College Hurricanes. Number 4, Molly Stedman. Number 6, Amy Pleganoff. Number 8, Lauren Armstrong. Number 9, Alexa Ramhawk. Number 11, Taya Tablet. And the head coach for the Holland College Hurricanes is Chris Canoli. And now we're going to get started on for your Mount Allison Mounties. Number 5, Kate Fillmore. Number 8, Emma Roos. Number 12, Amelia Mitchell. Number 21, Haley Hempel. And number 22, Julian. Ladies and gentlemen, announce for the fans that there will be a 50-50 draw happening here today to support the Sackville Food Bank.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to McCormick Gym at Mount Allison University in Sackville, New Brunswick for this Atlantic College Athletic Association women's basketball game featuring the visiting Holland Hurricanes and the host, Mount Allison University Mountie. The Hurricanes are in their traveling whites. They are running from right to left on the screen devices where you're watching this one. Mounties defending left to right in their home garnets. Game just underway, 10 seconds in. Holland has possession. They are below the basket, comes out. Number 6 stepped over the line, and it will be possession to Mount A. That was Plagenhoff. Ball comes in. Here is Fillmore. Fillmore gets it ahead. Hempel with it. Hempel down the left side. Hempel looking. She's got an outlet in Mumford. Mumford to number 8 of the Mount A's. That is Emma Roberts. Hempel. Roberts. Roberts over to Hempel. Hempel up. Hempel no. Wide of the mark. It'll be inbounded by the Hurricanes. That is Lauren Armstrong. Armstrong to Vantea Talbot. Talbot with it. She goes left side to Stedman. Stedman to Armstrong. Talbot. Here's number 9, Rancourt. Whistle on the play. Possession to Holland. White 12. Mitchell's first personal, team first. Possession to the Canes. Talbot. Talbot with it. Talbot looking. Talbot driving. Doesn't have an alternative. Here's a number 6 with it. That is Plagenhoff. Ball, there's the first points of the day taken by a number 8. It's a deuce for Armstrong. Roberts with it. She is double teamed in under Mitchell. Mitchell up, Mitchell down. No, won't go. Rebound taken by number 4. That is Stedman. Breaks out at speed. In under, up, down, no, won't go. Rebound Mumford, and here is Roberts. Roberts at speed. Roberts into the paint. Roberts looking. Roberts up, Roberts down, no. That's broken up by a curtain of white. And here comes number 6. That is Plagenhoff. Mumford back the other way. Mumford with it. Mumford over the big A. Mumford to Hempel. Hempel looking. Hempel up. Hempel no. Rebound taken by number 8 Armstrong. Armstrong everywhere on the floor at this time. Shot for naught. And here's a long one to Mitchell. Mitchell up. Mitchell in the paint. Mitchell looks. Mitchell drops. No. Won't go. Mitchell rebound. And she can't make the shot. It will be possession to the Mounties. Roberts will inbound it. 13 was the call. Let's see. There it is. Mitchell. Mitchell to Hempel. Hempel looking. Hempel. Yeah. There's a tray. 3-2 the lead for the Mounties in the early going. We're just coming up to 2 minutes down the hourglass. And here is a number 4. That is Stedman. In under. Bucket is good for number 6. Plagenhoff. She'll go to the dessert table looking for extras. 4-3 the score. 86.9 her percentage from the free-throw stripe until the commentator made a reference to it. 7:10 to play in the first quarter. Here is Mumford. Mumford around to Hempel. Hempel looking. Hempel driving. Hempel up. Hempel with the deuce. 5-4 lead swing. Mounties up by 1 with 6:58 to play in the first quarter. Well, this is Armstrong. Long one. Yeah, it's a tray. Lead back to the Hurricanes. They're up by 2. Roberts. Roberts looking. There is Fillmore. Fillmore back to Roberts. Roberts. Hempel. Hempel up. Hempel no. Rebound, yes. Mumford. Mumford looks. Mumford out to Roberts. There is Mitchell. Mitchell to Hempel. Hempel driving. Hempel in under. Fillmore has it. Fillmore out to Roberts. There is the shot. No, won't drop. Rebound, though. And Mumford, no. Ball comes down, and that is Stedman. Stedman with it. Stedman now. Stedman looking. Here is Armstrong. Armstrong in the paint. Armstrong up. Armstrong down. Yeah. Rolls it off to Plexi. And the Hurricanes up by 4 with 5:58 to go. Shot. Mitchell. Mitchell looking. Mitchell to Hempel. Hempel driving. Hempel in. Hempel up. Hempel no. Nobody there but Talbot. Talbot gets it to Plagenhoff. Plagenhoff to Armstrong. Armstrong looking. Armstrong. Armstrong has 16 on the clock and counting. Armstrong taking her time, guarded by Mumford. Mumford in and out of the paint. Here comes Stedman. Shot and no, won't go. Rebound to Hempel. Hempel to Mitchell. Mitchell gets it to Hempel. We've got a contact there. 6 with the foul. Okay, Samar is coming in. Hempel is coming out. Mumford is off the court. And number 13 is out there, Nora Miller. Fillmore gets it in to Roberts. Back to Fillmore. Mounties trail by 4. Here is Samar. Samar to Roberts. Roberts up. Roberts is fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. White 14 with the chop. Looking at Roberts' numbers, she is 87.5 from the free throw stripe. until the commentator spoke. Roberts good on the second. Fillmore comes out, and Ava Godfrey goes in for the Mounties. 9-5. Talbot comes down into Mount A territory. Talbot to Stedman. Stedman to number 9, Rancour. Rancour loses, and out comes Miller. Miller to Mitchell. Mitchell looking. Mitchell to Samar. Samar back to Godfrey. Godfrey to Roberts. Single digits on the clock. Miller driving, Miller looking, Miller to Godfrey, Godfrey up short, rebound to Armstrong. Armstrong down the right side, coast to coast, looking. Steps out, Armstrong, and Roberts will inbound the ball. Samar's in the neighborhood, but she chooses Godfrey on the left side. 4:20 to go in this first quarter. Mounties trail by 3. Roberts looking. Roberts to Godfrey. Godfrey gets it back to Godfrey. Godfrey up. Godfrey, no, won't go. Saran on the rim. 4:03, and here is Armstrong. Armstrong looking. Armstrong, no. Rebound comes down to Roberts. Roberts to Samar. That's intercepted by number 14, Carissa George. Armstrong, yeah, it's a tray. Call that margin 6 now. Mounties trail 12-6 here at McCormick Gym, Mount Allison University. Mitchell in the paint. Mitchell up. Mitchell no. Wide of the mark to the right. And here is Talbot. Talbot crosses the center stripe. Talbot with it settling. She finds the number 14. That is George. Talbot driving, Talbot looking. For White with the block.
No, it's an offensive foul.
Okay.
Basically, it would have been an illegal screen that was set.
All right, number 5 is in. That is Ninkiva Brown and also Robin Driscoll. Head coach Chris Connolly keeping fresh legs on the court. Here is Roberts. Roberts looking. Godfrey has it. Roberts to Godfrey. Godfrey at the paint. Godfrey up. No, won't go. Rebound to number 14. That is George. George with it down the left side. She'll find Talbot on the right side. Talbot looking. Talbot in the paint. Talbot up. Talbot, no, short. Rebound. Samar has it. Samar had the shot intended for Roberts, but ball went one step over the line. 12-6 to lead for the Hurricanes with 2:47 to play. Reach out to us in the chat box on YouTube, or you can reach us in real time via email, all lowercase, mountiestv@mta.ca, mountiestv@mta.ca. And number 14 loses the ball. It will be, oh my, okay, it will be Hurricane ball. Fillmore back, Mumford back. Samar, Miller, and Godfrey round out the Mountie roster. This is Brown. Brown to Talbot. Talbot comes around the corner to Stedman. Stedman in under to Carissa George. That's broken up. Samar has it. Samar breaks out. Fillmore with it. Fillmore looking. Fillmore to Godfrey. Godfrey goes across to Miller, in under, and it will be Mountie ball. Last one off a Hurricane. 2:21 on the big clock, 12 seconds on the shot clock. That will be inbounded. That should, well, okay. Here it comes. Miller has it. Miller looking. Miller driving. Miller guarded by Talbot. Miller up. Miller, no. She's fouled on the way in, however.
Yeah, Miller took definite advantage of the size difference on the player that was guarding her. and just drove the ball in and put it up. It was either going to be a clean shot or she was going to get fouled.
And Ninkiva Brown took her first foul, team fourth. Miller sinks it. Sinks the first. Yeah, Miller drops them both. Mounties trail by 4 now, and here comes number 10. That is Driscoll. Driscoll to George. George to Talbot. Talbot looking. Talbot guarded closely. George, no, won't go. Rebound, Samar. And there is Godfrey. Godfrey ahead to Miller. Miller in the paint. Miller looking. Miller. Tarabo got a turnover.
Yeah, with that little hesitation move, she wound up picking up the pivot foot before she made the pass. At that point, if she was going to be in a shooting motion, she's fine to do that, but not so. Or with what she did, she would have been good. But without the movement to the hoop, it was definitely a travel call.
All right, Addison Albert in for the Mounties. Pressure now. This is Armstrong. Armstrong looking. Armstrong in the key. Armstrong up. No, won't go. In and out over the end line. It'll be a Hurricane ball. 1:30 left in the first quarter. Canes up by 4 here at McCormick Gym. And Armstrong lost the handle. Ball rolled out. It'll be inbounded by the Mounties. That's going to be Samar. Mounties TV at MTA.ca. Mounties TV at MTA.ca. Real-time email, all lowercase. Tell us who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from, or you can use the chat box on YouTube. Samar in up, fouled on the way in. Fouls on George, I believe. Yes, 1-4 with the block. Her second, team fifth. Mounties have the bonus. And number 14 steps off George, and in comes Plaganoff. Not a bad replacement, a player of the quality of Plaganoff, it must be said. Samar will go to the line for her second opportunity. That's good. 3 points the margin now. Here comes Armstrong. Armstrong looking. Armstrong to Driscoll. Driscoll to number 9. That is Rancour to Armstrong. Armstrong looking. Armstrong takes it. We've got a deuce. It is a deuce. Margin is 5. We're inside a minute in the fourth quarter. 42 seconds. This is Fillmore. Fillmore with it. Fillmore driving. Fillmore up. No, won't go. Driscoll rebound. Armstrong right side. Armstrong driving the paint. Armstrong looking in under. And the give, the go, and the bucket to Rancour. 16-9 with 18 seconds left. Mumford to Godfrey. Godfrey looking. Godfrey driving. Samar. Mumford up. Mumford, yes. It's a tray. Takes a 3-point bite out of the margin. They trail by 4 now, do the Mounties. And we're going to let the first quarter go in. 16-12. Hurricanes, your thoughts?
Good, strong basketball, both directions. Hurricanes are definitely shooting better than they were during warm-up, which is kind of what I was expecting. They didn't look that solid during warm-up, but I know they're a good shooting team overall. And they work the ball. These two teams plus Mount St. Vincent probably provide the most full court pressure, the most pressure throughout the entire court because they want to move the ball quickly and stop it when it's coming back at them. So it's good to see that. I mean, not a bad score on that one right now, but it's just a little back and forth. Everybody's still just trying to feel each other out a little bit. Earlier action today, Mount St. Vincent were hosting UMBSJ and beat them 76-71. That moved Mount St. Vincent's up to 4-1 to a first-place tie with Mount Allison, who are also 4-1. Fun part on this one at the moment, that leaves us with Holland and UKC are both at 3-1 now in the standings. Stu is at 2-2. St. John and Crandall have not found a win yet. St. John, that's a little. They're going to get some better results. Crandall, I'm not sure. It's hard to say what's going to happen with them this year. But right now, it's like those top 5 teams. It's hard for the top 4 for sure. There's almost no difference between the 4 of them. So Mount A, Mount St. Vincent, Holland, and University of King's College. Those 4 teams are going to be in the battle all year long.
And great perceptions there. Hey, Jerry, Steve, Ian, and Ben, let's go Mounties. That's from Val and Jerry out west in the Calgary area. Big fans of number 22, Ian.
Yeah, and speaking of Jerry Mumford, we actually have a shout-out from Amanda Mumford. Let's go Mounties. She's cheering from Sydney, Australia.
All right.
Again,
with
consistently.
With the 15-hour time difference. He is, I guess she would be cheering from tomorrow morning.
Again, yes. Early tomorrow morning, yeah. Also a shout-out from Denny Maltoro, the cheering for Mounties from Miramichi, New Brunswick.
Excellent. And icing on the cake here, it is Michel and Sylvain Simard cheering from Northern Ontario, supporting the Mounties. Merci à la famille Simard. Timmins, je crois, si je ne me trompe pas. All right, here is Mumford to Mitchell. Mitchell in the paint. Mitchell looking. Mitchell up. Mountie ball. The defender stepped over the line, Ian.
Yep.
9:49, just seconds in to the second quarter. And Hansen is out there for Mount A. Mumford now. Mumford in under to Mitchell. Mitchell looking. Mitchell. Want to call it a jump ball, and that'll go to...
That'll go to Holland as Mount A started the quarter with possession of the ball.
All right. And by the time I looked at the lamp, our quality crew minor officials had changed it already. So well done. Thanks so much to our correspondents. And in under, up, down, and there's a deuce for our number 9. That is Alexa Rancour, a seasoned veteran for sure. Roberts up, Roberts no. Roberts, Armstrong gets the rebound, comes back at speed. And there we go, cross court. Rancour in traffic. Brown, no, oh yeah, it's a tray. And Hurricanes definitely have the foot on the accelerator, Ian. They are stretching the gap.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what numbers they're looking like, but their shooting percentage is very high at the moment.
Mitchell to Hempel. Hempel looking. Hempel thought she had a way in. Did she? No. Fighting for the rebound. Comes down to Talbot. Talbot to Armstrong. Armstrong driving. Armstrong looking. Armstrong in the paint. Armstrong fouled. Two 2-1 on Hempel. Her second, team first. 21-12, the margin of a lead for the Mounties. Holland took the first quarter 16-12. Didn't drop for Armstrong there. 80% coming into this game. There, got the second. 22-12. Spread is double digits now. 10 is the lead. 22-12. Roberts going. Roberts up. No, won't drop. Brown racing down the right side. Look at the speed. In under. She is triple covered. Gets it to Armstrong. Armstrong up and in. Wow, they are hitting on all cylinders, are the Hurricanes. Timeout to Mount A.
Yeah, they're basically right now, Hurricanes are shooting the lights out. They're making, like, their shooting percentage is way up right now. They're making those shots. That's giving them that much more energy. And at the other end, they're shutting things down. They're giving Mount A either extremely tough looks or no second chance, because Hurricanes' defensive rebounding right now is as good as their shooting percentage, if not better.
Right on. Let's see what we have. Let's see.
While you're doing that, we've got another shout out
Yeah.
from Australia. Cheryl Armstrong. It's going Go Holland from Canberra,
Okay, the
capital of Australia.
nation's capital. Yes, indeed.
And that would be
These messages from Toronto, from tomorrow, are kind of cool.
yeah. And and then Cheryl's watching. Would be number 8, Lauren Armstrong from Holland College.
Excellent, excellent. Great to have you aboard. Wherever you might be in this world of instant communication, that is very, very special indeed. Yep, Armstrong from Oz, it might be said, and great to have those folks on board today. Glad you're with us. 8:15 to play in the second quarter, 24-12, and this is the biggest lead thus far. And here is Godfrey inbounding to Roberts. Roberts down the court. Will try to penetrate. Mumford is there. Mumford to Hansen. Hansen looking. Hansen sees Mitchell. Mitchell over and broken up by Talbot. Talbot coast to coast and drops the deuce. Great play from number 11. 14 the spread now. Roberts looking. Mumford to Godfrey. Godfrey looking. Godfrey up. Godfrey no. Armstrong with the steal. And back comes Armstrong. She'll wait for some allies. There's a lead. In, under, up, no. Foul on the play.
Godfrey just had a position, brought the hand down as well on that arm down against the shooter on that one.
Clock on hoop. Talbot comes out, and number 4, Stedman, comes in. And there is no, won't drop for Flagenhoof.
Makes the second one. That makes for an 11-0 run at the start this second quarter. Canes are being solid at both ends of the gym right now.
Yep, Mitchell driving. Mitchell, whoa, Mitchell. Bench staff not best pleased with what they're observing as far as.
Personally, I might agree with them on that one because you saw the defender's arms both drop forward to make the contact, and that should have been normally that's an automatic call.
Brown to Armstrong. Armstrong goes right, and number 4 can't close the clamps. That's Stedman. Then we have possession to the Mounties. Godfrey will inbound the ball to Roberts. Roberts with it. Roberts looking. Here is Hansen. Hansen to Godfrey. No, won't go. Rebound is there. Armstrong picks it up. Down the court into Mountie territory. Number 9 with it. Rancourt. Here is, there's a tray from Plaganoff. 30-12. 18 the lead. And the Holland Hurricanes possession.
That was Bowen setting an illegal screen on the Mounties offensive set.
And that is number 5, Brown. Brown to Armstrong. Everything falling into place for the Canes right now. Armstrong, no. Rebound to Mumford. Mumford to Hansen. Hansen to Mumford. Mumford looking. Mumford gets it to Godfrey. Godfrey spins. Godfrey up. Godfrey, no. They fight for the rebound, but that comes out with Stedman. Stedman up, no. Misses the shot. It'll be Holland ball. Fillmore takes off Henson for the Mounties. Brown will inbound the ball. This is all Hurricanes all the time, Ian, at this point in the game. Armstrong up, Armstrong no. Rebound comes to Plaganoff. Plaganoff with it. No, won't get the jumper. And it is going to be Holland ball, yes? No?
Nope, Mount A ball.
Excellent, okay.
Yeah, just alternating possessions on the jump balls, yeah.
They are too quick with that clock.
Yeah, the arrow that's sitting on the scorer's table technically isn't supposed to change direction until the player out of bounds has handed the ball for the throw in.
Right on.
And that's just because up to that point, anything up to that point, they can wind up losing the possession on it. So it's kind of weird. But it's nice to see them on top of that. They're just a little energetic on that arrow change.
All right. 30-12 if you're just joining us. Reach out, Mounties TV at MTA.ca, Mounties TV at MTA.ca. That's the email address. Or use the chat box on YouTube. We'd be pleased to hear from the Hurricane Nation, the Mountie Nation. And thanks to those of you who have already checked in from, indeed, across the nation and across the world. Ian Allen is our technical producer and analyst. Ben Hutchard is our camera guy. I'm Steve Ridlington. Thank you for being with us. ACAA TV is produced with our good friends at Sports Canada TV, and we are glad that you are with us today and enjoying this fine basketball. 5:52 left. Can almost predict the script for the halftime sermon, Ian.
Oh, yeah. It'll just be a reminder of this is what we asked you guys to do. Let's go do it.
Right on.
Oversimplifies the case, but that's
the essence.
That's the state that they're in at the moment.
House is filling here at McCormick, and don't forget there will be the men's game immediately following our broadcast at or about 5 p.m. Atlantic time. Fillmore with it. Fillmore looking. Fillmore. And that's recovered by Roberts, and a steal. Talbot racing down the court. Talbot with it, looking for an outlet, finds Armstrong. Armstrong driving, Armstrong looking. Over and out. Mountie ball. Godfrey will inbound it. Back to Fillmore. Fillmore going to come down the right side. Fillmore with it. Here's Fillmore, guarded by Brown. Fillmore to Roberts. Roberts in the paint. No, nobody there but white jerseys. Talbot streaks down. Fouled on the way in. Looks like it's going to be Miller. Miller with the push. Her first, team fourth. Wow, could have bonus in effect for a significant time on the next Mount A foul. Talbot up, Talbot, yeah. Great shot. Let's look at Talbot's numbers from the free throw stripe, 37-5. So that's, she's got improvement already. Yeah, muchly improved. 20 points, Ian, is the spread. Oof.
I knew this was going to be a tough game for the Mounties, but I didn't think it was going to be at this level. Game's not over. There we go.
Thank you, Ian.
Godfrey nails that one deep in the corner.
Yep, just wanted to point. She just wanted to point it out, Ian. Armstrong up, Armstrong no. Rebound. This is Godfrey. Godfrey with it. And possession to
Holland.
The Hurricane.
Yep. Godfrey lost control of that ball on the baseline and it rolled out on her.
Brown will inbound. She finds Talbot. Talbot looking. Talbot to Armstrong. Armstrong will go keep it looking. 6 foul on Fillmore, looks like.
Most likely, yeah. Just a little too much pressure as the ball was coming into the high post position.
Her first team fifth, bonus in effect, looking in 4.5 minutes of potential benefit from the bonus. And here is Brown at the line. Brown up and no, won't drop. Bit of Saran on the rim. 4:30 to play.
Haven't seen a lot of Saran up there. Saran block slowing things down up there yet this game, but
there. Ball thought about it and then said, yeah, okay. 33-15-18 the spread. Fillmore guarded tightly by Brown. All right, block called on Brown.
yeah.
Mitchell will come in, taking off number 11, Bowen.
Sadie Bowen, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Molly Stedman. Oh, sorry.
Yep,
14, sorry.
Yep, George is back in, takes off.
George, yep.
Takes off Brown. Brown has hustled and shown some quality play, it must be said. Fillmore back. Fillmore in, Fillmore up, fouled.
Probably on 11. Oh, wait, on 4.
Stedman, her second, team second. All right. Refs. Oh,
The referees were waiting for the table to hit the horn.
all right. Stedman comes out, and I believe that was ball up, ball down. There, we've got a drop. Mounties chipping away. 17. They trail by 16 with 4:03 left in the second quarter. Armstrong looking. Armstrong to Talbot. Talbot to Armstrong. Armstrong looking down the right side of the key. She'll go up. She'll go.
Flagenhoff drops that one from the corner.
Wow. Nothing but string, Ian. 36-17. Look at the aggressive but quality D. Miller up. Miller no. Miller fouled on the way in.
Yep. A little too much pressure body contact on that one as she was swung around to put the ball up off the board.
Push on number 9, Rancourt, her first, team third, Miller. Miller drops the first. George to Armstrong down the left side. Armstrong triple covered, it might be said. Back to George. George looking. George wants to go in. She'll go back to Armstrong. Armstrong round the perimeter. 6 seconds. 5. Rancourt up. Rancourt down. Nice give and go in that sequence. 20 points to spread. Mitchell to Fillmore. Fillmore looking. Fillmore with it.
That'll be Mitchell with a moving screen.
Mumford, that is Mitchell's second. Yep. Bonus in effect. Oh, I'm sorry. That is. Okay.
Yep, we had Mitchell's second foul.
Yeah, but I mean, with the bonus in effect, don't they go to the line every time?
Team control foul.
Oh, okay.
No
Thank
shots.
you. Oh, we learn every day, and thank you very much. 2:40 left in the second. Samar. Albert coming in. Roberts coming out. Miller coming out. Coach Thomas Cabar will change the recipe and see if he can stop the onslaught. Oh, nice shot. Surgically inserted there by Rancourt. 22 now, Ian. The spread and the margin keeps getting bigger. Samar looking, Samar up. Samar, no, won't drop. Rebound taken by Armstrong. Armstrong with it. Armstrong she'll go to the line for 2. 10. Got the chop on, did Samar her first. Wow, what can go wrong is going wrong for these Mounties, Ian. Yep. Down it goes. Armstrong demonstrating her being the Swiss Army knife of this team right now. Mumford to Fillmore. Fillmore driving. Fillmore to Samar. Samar looking up and no, won't drop. And Armstrong with the rebound. Armstrong came out from under a trio of Mounties. Rancourt, no. Rebound, yes, to Godfrey. Godfrey to Samar. Samar down the court. Samar in the paint. They fight for it. Mumford to Fillmore. Fillmore looking. Fillmore in under. Albert up. Albert, no, won't go. Mumford with the rebound. Here's Samar. Samar looking. Godfrey, and no, won't go. Rim is there. Crowd is there. Mumford is there. Mumford is.
She's fouled as she was putting the ball on the floor. Mounties, that'll give Mounties possession on the baseline.
Rancourt gets her second, team fourth, 1:26 left in the second. Albert and under, can't break it. Albert had it. Albert, no. They jump. Mountie ball, I believe. Yes, indeed.
Nope.
No.
They got the last one.
Red light was on the left, Ian. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out where they.
All right.
Yeah, to the left. It doesn't. Yeah, it's pointing the direction of play.
Yep. Okay.
I know we're a little off with Mountie. Mountie's not wearing white at home right now, but
yeah.
it's all good.
Right. Okay. Woo. All good. All good. Armstrong to Talbot. Talbot in the paint. Talbot up. Talbot, no. Albert gets it. Samar has it. And here is Ogilvy. Ogilvy in under. Fillmore is there. Fillmore is fouled on the way in. 51 seconds left in this second quarter. 10 called on the push. That is Driscoll. Fillmore to the line for the Mounties. She shoots at 64.3% thus far. Armstrong taking a well-deserved seat for a breather. Fillmore won't drop. Margin is 23, Ian. Makes good on the second one. Margin down to 22. This is Brown. My apologies. Here's Talbot. Talbot to George. George looking. George. Break up. Samar has it. There's the lead pass. Godfrey down the court. Layup is good for the deuce. Went coast to coast. Margin at 20 now with 28 seconds left in the quarter. Brown looking. Brown. Talbot with it. 13 seconds on the clock. Here's George. George looking. George up. George is the meat in a sandwich, and we've got a foul on the play.
Yeah, that
Mumford.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ian.
No, I was going to say that the block was called on Mumford. It was almost a coin flip whether it could have been her or Godfrey at that point, but
George shoots 60% from the line. That'll get better. 21 the difference. "13 seconds now. Fillmore looking. Fillmore. Ball out. And possession at 2. We got Interesting call on a timeout.
Well, it's not that it's makes sense at this point. There's only just under 7 seconds left. That where the time was called in the stoppage in the backcourt. Fresno will be moving the ball. They might be able to move the ball up on this one, if I remember correctly. If
Okay.
not, either way, this is where Coach Connolly wants to sit down and basically draw up and show them exactly how he wants them to try and run it to get one shot, because they don't have a lot of time left in the second quarter.
Wow. It has been the Holland Hurricane show in the second quarter. 43-21.
I was expecting, mentioned earlier, I was expecting a fast-paced game, aggressive defense by both teams. We've seen that. It's just that Holland has been more consistent with that process, with that whole process, and they've been finding the open shot quite well in their offensive sets, and just harassing the heck out of Mount A when they're trying to bring the ball, once they get the ball anywhere near the three-point line, and definitely inside the three-point line. They're collapsing well, double teaming well on defense, and shutting down those lanes. And that's the one thing that Mount A hasn't really been doing. They haven't been cutting down those lanes for the shooters or non-shooters to cut through and get to the ball. Here we
Brown.
go.
Thank you. Brown to Talbot. Okay, got a clock issue perhaps?
Well, I don't know. The music is still going.
Oh.
I think we had a little bit of a late start on the clock. That's what's going on that one.
Okay, foul on the DJ. 43-21.
Wasn't why we stopped, though.
Talbot. There is the end of the quarter. 43-21. 43-21. So that is, let's see, 27-9. 27-9 in that quarter, Ian.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Fast-paced game, definitely moving a lot of pressure both ends. The two main differences in this one have been Hurricanes' ability to find the open shooter and make the shot. The first part of this second quarter, they were shooting. They weren't missing anything. And the other end is just they've been basically smothering defense at the other end. Mount A's not getting the second or third chances at a ball that they have been getting against a lot of other teams. Just one little quick update. We've got about a minute left down in Halifax. St. Thomas is up on University of King's College, 64-46. That one will level things up. That'll put both of those teams, assuming that Stu is going to win through, that'll put both of those teams at 3-2. So they'll be in a two-way tie for fourth place.
Wow, it is an accordion of tightness, if you will. All right, I'm Steve Ridlington on play-by-play. Ian Allen, our analyst and technical producer. Ben Hochard, our camera guy. You're watching ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV. We are at halftime here at McCormick Gymnasium, Mount Allison University in Sackville, New Brunswick. Our thanks to our correspondents during halftime. Maybe trip to the fridge, trip down the hall, or a little exchange with us. Mounties TV at MTA.ca, Mounties TV at MTA.ca, or the chat box on YouTube. We'd be pleased to hear from you from the Hurricane Nation, the Mountie Nation. Join us. The score at halftime, Hurricanes of Holland College 43, the Mount Allison Mounties 21. We'll be back in about 12 minutes with play-by-play of the second half and the third quarter, more precisely, from McCormick Gym at Mount Allison University. See you then. And hey, fans, we are back with you. Just under a minute to go before we start the third quarter. And what a shocker in that second quarter, 27-9 in favor of the Holland Hurricanes. They came out on all cylinders. It had been a 16-12 first quarter win for Holland, but they turned on the Jets big time to bring us to that 43-21 score. And Ian Allen, a margin of 22, not insurmountable, but there is a slant in the floor for the Mount Allison Mountie.
Yeah, they definitely got a bit of a hole to dig themselves out of. I mean, I was expecting aggressive defense from both sides. We got that. Just Holland has done a bit better job of shutting down those lanes and double teaming players that are driving. On the offensive end, it's just their shooting percentage has been holy smokes off the charts. Foul shots, they've been doing reasonably well. They weren't quite as pretty going in, but they had a fair number of them dropping in. Okay, and we're off.
All right, Mounties will run from right to left on the screen devices where you are. And as you can see, the Mounties will come back the other way. This is Talbot. Talbot in under. Talbot. Here's the give. Talbot gives it to Armstrong. Armstrong to Rancourt. Rancourt with it. Rancourt. Armstrong up. Armstrong no. Rebound comes. Here's Hempel. Hempel coming down for the Mounties. Hempel with it. Hempel looking. Paces up. Mumford in under. That is Mitchell. Here's Hempel. Hempel. Yeah. There's a tray. There's a good
start. That's what Mounties are hoping for. Just sort of get that first bucket in as soon as they can. See if they can get the offense clicking on a more consistent basis.
Armstrong up. Armstrong no. Rebound and no. Rebound to number 4. That was... We've got a foul. Looks like Mitchell.
Yeah, contact with the body from behind as Armstrong made that last slash out in front to lay the ball up.
That is Mitchell's third, so they'll be watching her closely. Looks like Miller will come in and Armstrong no, short on the shot. Armstrong will try her second shot. 43-24, 19 the spread. Good, 20 the spread, 44-24. Mitchell comes out as Miller comes in. Mounties, Roberts to Fillmore. Fillmore down the right side. Fillmore into Holland territory. Fillmore to Miller. Miller to Roberts. Roberts, here's Mumford. Mumford to Fillmore. Fillmore driving. Fillmore in the paint. Gets the shot away. No. Rebound to Talbot. Talbot to Armstrong. Armstrong looking. Here is Lagenhoff. Foul. Hempel with the hold. Her 30 and team second. Armstrong to inbound for the Canes. This is Talbot. Talbot, that's broken up by Miller. Miller down the left side. Miller driving. Miller looking. Armstrong tries to get it away, but the ball went out of bounds. Mounties hold possession. Roberts will come over to inbound it for the Garnet and Gold. Taking the ball into Holland territory. Roberts to Fillmore. Fillmore looking. She'll go to Mumford. Mumford driving. Mumford looking. Mumford up. Mumford no. Rebound comes to Plaganoff. Plaganoff to Armstrong. Armstrong crosses. That is in and down for the deuce for Rancourt. 22 the spread. 46-24. Coming up 2 minutes into the quarter. Fillmore. Ball stays with Mount A. Speared out of bounds there by Stedman. Football on number 9.
Yeah, that got the shot clock reset to 14.
Mumford looking, Mumford twisting, Mumford up, Mumford fouled on the shot by number 9, Rancourt. Mumford will go to the line. 5-0, 50%. Her percentage from the FT stripe. Rancourt out and Brown coming in. Mumford had a quite a backspin on that shot, Ian.
Normally a fair bit of spin. It's easier for the release. It makes a more consistent release.
Spread down to 20. This is Armstrong. Armstrong, no, picked up by Plaganoff. Plaganoff looking, Plaganoff up, Plaganoff no, rebound, bounces around. Armstrong with it. Eight seconds. Okay.
Yeah, there would have been a reset to 14 for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what happened on there.
Talbot, Armstrong with it. Armstrong two. Long one. Oh, yeah. From downtown, Plaganoff with a major tray. Fillmore. This is Roberts. Miller. Foul on Armstrong. I think we're going to get a confirmation.
Yep.
Armstrong with the chop. Miller to the line.
And this is what Mount A is going to have to do if they want to try and get back in. They're going to have to force that ball in, get the fouls, get on the line, get those free points when the clock's not running.
That was Armstrong's first, team second. Miller normally shooting at 83.3%. $18 is the spread. Mounties have closed it slightly. The gap. Plaganoff to Armstrong. Hempel to Roberts. Down the court looking. Here is Hempel and no. Rebound to Mumford. Mumford to Roberts to Fillmore. Fillmore looking. Fillmore can't get through. Here is Miller in under Mumford. Mumford up, no. Drops, rebound, Talbot. I was just wondering, Ian, would like to get a handle on Armstrong's time on the court. She has put in marathon minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple of years she's been playing up here. She's been doing the same thing. Armstrong, yeah, third year.
She averages 29.5 minutes a game.
Out of a 40-minute game, that's not bad.
Coming in, so she's...
But considering how aggressive she plays, that's actually some pretty healthy minutes right there.
All right,
there we go.
Quality tray from Hempel. 19 the spread. Armstrong coming back. That's broken up, but no, Brown is there. Brown looking, Brown driving, Brown up. Fouled on the play. She'll go to the line for two. Got Hempel? No. Miller, her second, team third. Brown. Short.
Brown drops that second one, so they're back to a 20-point lead for Hurricanes. Fillmore bringing the ball up.
Yep, thank you. 50-34. Fillmore. Roberts in the paint. Roberts up. Roberts, no. Mount A ball, however. 5:39 left in the third. Hempel up. Hempel short. She'll go to the line for 2. Number 4 with the foul in. That is Stedman. Her third, team third. George in, and Stedman takes a seat. Hempel to shoot. Her first time to the line, Ian, by the numbers.
Yep.
Mumford, no, won't drop. Rebound to Brown. Brown down the court looking for her teammates. Brown says, hey, George, come on down. She does. Armstrong with it now. 11 on the clock, shot clock, into single digits. Armstrong. And Roberts with it. Roberts to Mumford. Mumford down to Miller. Miller has an opportunity. Miller, no, won't go. Rebound, Talbot. Talbot to Armstrong. Armstrong to George. George. And the ball goes out of bounds. Mitchell comes in. Mumford comes out. Samar comes in. Hempel comes out. Fresh legs. Here is Armstrong to inbound. 50-30 if you're just joining us. 50-30. Nine, 7. Whoop, foul. I was going to say the Mounties have a 9-7 lead in the quarter, but that may evaporate here. Plaganoff. Good. Mountie ball. El Shanufi is in for the Canes. Fillmore drops the deuce.
Great drive. Laid that ball up off the glass under pressure. Put it in and got the foul.
11 took the foul. Talbot. Fillmore shooting. Fillmore at 64.3 coming into this one. Brown. Brown brings the ball down the court. Looking. There's the drop off to George. George still with it. George loses the handle. Looks like it went off the Mount A player, and it'll be inbounded by the Hurricanes. 19 the lead, 4:18 left in period, quarter number 3. Steve Ridlington with you on play-by-play. Ian Allen is our analyst and technical producer. Ben Hootchard, our camera guy. You're watching ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV.
No, that was not. It was on Samar. Yeah.
There we are. They got it.
Yeah. They had it right up in the clock. The announcer just sort of saw one hand up with 5 on it rather than 2.
All right. Plaganoff makes good on the first. Makes good on the second. 21 the spread now. 53-32. In under, Mitchell up, Mitchell. Yeah, there's a nice deuce. Hard one, it might be said. And here comes Talbot. Talbot looking good. Very good job into the paint. She'll go to George. George is there. George is up. Rolls it over. Samar to Miller. Miller to Fillmore. Fillmore heading down. Fillmore with it. Fillmore finds Samar. Samar up. Samar won't get the tray, and here is Talbot with the rebound. Roberts on her for the Mounties. Talbot into the paint. Talbot, no. Talbot recovers. Here is Esanufi had a brief touch, and this is Brown. Brown at the top of the clock. Brown to George. George looking. George driving. George has a shot. George the hook. No, won't drop. Foul.
Yeah, that foul would be on Nikiva Brown. Just reaching in, got a little too much contact, reaching in, trying to interfere with that rebound being taken by the Mount A player.
Her third, team fifth. Bonus now for the Mounties is in effect. Bonus indeed on both sides, Ian.
Oh, yeah.
This has not been short of foul calls on either side. Miller at the line. Holland College has, I don't know if it's one you want to brag about, but they have their first in personal fouls.
Some of that comes with extremely aggressive defense is what they're doing. Tonight they're staying, for the most part, they're staying out of foul trouble, and they've still been shutting down those lanes and not letting Mount A get that second or third shot opopportunity that they've been getting consistently all season.
Lest we think there's a shadow on the Hurricanes, the Mounties are second, by the way.
Yeah.
3:10 left in the quarter, 53-36, down to 17 the spread now. Here is Brown. Brown circles. Brown loses the handle. It will stay Holland ball. Going to be inbounded. I think Talbot will get Brown will get the nod. Over, and that is Plaganoff. Plaganoff to Talbot. Talbot in the paint. Talbot up. Talbot down. Great shot. Great control from Talbot. Talbot out of Truro NS, and the quality player she is. Fillmore
took the charge. Drew the charge, so we've got possession going back to Mount A after that contact.
Fourth on Talbot. Fourth on Brown at least.
Yep.
And she'll earn a rest on the bench. Fillmore to Mitchell. Mitchell to Samar to Fillmore. Mitchell in the paint. Mitchell up. No, Mitchell won't go. Holland ball. 2:22 left in the third. Here comes Armstrong. Armstrong with it. It'll stay her Holland ball. Looks like Armstrong will do the honors to inbound the ball. 19 the spread, 55-36 if you're just joining us here. Plaganoff up. Plaganoff, no. Rebound to Albert. Albert, no, that's picked up by Talbot. Talbot to Plaganoff. Plaganoff up, no. Off the rim and out. Mount A ball. Albert will inbound it for the Garnet in gold. Fillmore with it now. Fillmore driving. Fillmore looking. Mitchell to Godfrey. Fillmore driving. Fillmore, no. Samar up. Samar overshot the hoop. And that is El Sanufi. Armstrong up. Armstrong, no. Won't go. Rebound. Talbot to Armstrong. 11 on the clock. Single digits. Armstrong with it. Armstrong to El Sanufi. Armstrong got it back. Armstrong will go long distance. No, won't go. Mitchell with the rebound for the Mounties. 1:19 and counting left in the third. Got it to Fillmore. Fillmore to Godfrey. Godfrey looking. Godfrey up. Godfrey, no. Won't go. Albert got the rebound. Got the touch. Won't go. Mitchell is there. Mitchell fouled. Go to the line for two. Wowzer. this is like a campground. It's intense, Ian.
Yep. A couple of quick messages coming on YouTube. Greg Miller, let's go Mounties from Kemptville, Ontario. And from former Mountie Reese Nowlin, go Mounties, watching from Waterloo, Ontario.
Excellent. Reese, great to hear from you. Go Warriors. All right. Mitchell at the line. No drop. Godfrey had a touch. El Sanufi got it to Armstrong, and Armstrong racing down the floor. Lost the handle. Has words for herself, does Armstrong. 55.9 seconds. Roberts. Number 7 is in there now for the Mounties. That is Mallard. Or Mallard. Basketball to the Mounties. Mitchell tried the short. Armstrong down the right side. 40 seconds and counting. We're in the last minute of the quarter. This is George. George to Talbot. Talbot looking. Talbot driving. Talbot up. Talbot no. Albert with the rebound. Quality effort there. Albert takes it down the floor. Albert picked up by Roberts. Roberts looking. Roberts hasn't got a lane. She'll go into Mitchell. Mitchell. And there's a deuce. 16 the spread with 14 seconds left in the quarter. Close the gap. The gap was as much as 29 at a point in time. Armstrong with it. Armstrong 3.2. Armstrong no. Rebound. There is the end of the quarter. 55-39.
A little better performance out of Mount Allison during that third quarter, so they made some adjustments at halftime, but they're still having a hard time trying to figure out a little bit of that Hurricane defense because they're nowadays not getting the second or third shot opportunities they normally get during any games they played so far this season. And the other issue down at the other end of the zone, they're just Hurricanes are also still doing a good job of getting that cutter going through the key with an open and getting the ball into them with a relatively decent shot opportunity in most cases. Mounties snugged that up a little bit, but it's still Hurricanes are still working that as their main choice for offense coming in.
18-12. The Mounties actually won the third quarter in. For bringing us to that 55-39 third quarter lead. The Hurricanes up by 16. How about any of the other matches, Ian? I know we do have one final, right? And how about those other games?
Well, the thing is, we're the only one that's still going on today.
Okay.
Those previous ones, that should have been a final by now. Yeah. So earlier today we had finals of St. Thomas Tommies defeated the University of King's College 66-52 in Halifax, and Mount St. Vincent snuck by UNBSJ in Halifax again, 76-71. And it's been a pretty quiet weekend. There's these 3 games today. We've only had 2 other games this weekend. Friday night with Holland defeating Crandall in Moncton, 83-56. And Saturday game would have been Mount St. Vincent defeating St. Thomas, 63-49. And so we've got a solid log jam happening up in those standings. Those top 4 teams, there's not a lot to choose between them. I think it's just going to be a matter of who shows up on which day to play the game.
Right on. We are getting quickly back to action here. Going to be inbounded by Armstrong, the Iron Lady of the Hurricanes. I don't think she's seen the bench, Ian. Or if she has, it's been minor moments. Plaganov guarded by Hansen. This is Rancourt. Rancourt up, Rancourt down for the deuce. 18 the spread. Roberts to Mumford. Mumford looking. Mumford driving. Mumford sees Roberts. Roberts top of the key. Roberts, there's 13 on the clock. In under. Mumford up. Mumford down for the deuce. 16 once again. This is George. George looking. George goes to Armstrong. Armstrong covered by Albert. Finds Plaganoff. Plaganoff in under. That is Rancour. Rancour looking. Rancour up. Rancour no. Hard fought rebound. That was Mallard or Mallard. Your choice. Mumford is there. Here is the shot. Albert, no, won't go. Got the rim just wide. Ball rolls out. It is a hurricane ball. 8:52 left in regulation. All right, here they come. (57-41). This is Roberts. Roberts coming down the court. Roberts finds Albert. Back to Roberts. Roberts looking. She'll go Albert. Albert, top of the key. Albert, no. Ball stays with the Mounties. Touched Kane on the way by. Going to be inbounded by Hansen. 13 on the shot clock. Roberts, 12, 10. We're in single digits on the shot clock. Roberts driving. Roberts looking. Roberts must go. Albert there. Albert, yeah, there's the deuce. Down to 14. That is the tightest the Mounties have been in 2 quarters. Armstrong looking. Armstrong finds George. George can't get anywhere. She'll go to Armstrong. Round to Rancour. Rancour to George. George, no. Off the ring. And we have a jump ball. Mounties. Mounties get the jumper. 57-43. Mounties bidding a bit of a comeback right here. We won't say it too loudly, Ian, but they are grinding down on that difference. Mallard, no, won't go. Rebound. They fight for it. Roberts comes up with it. Roberts in. Here's Albert. Albert looking. Albert in the paint. Albert to Mallard. Mallard up. No. Mallard, no, won't go. Rebound to Armstrong. Armstrong crosses the big A. Finds the shooter there. Nice give and go. That was Rancour. Classic play there. The margin at 16.
Yeah, great shot there. She's still sliding it in a sharp angle and put the ball up over the shooter, over the defender, and off the board.
2-2 with the block. And that is Mumford. Her second, team first. Talbot is there. Talbot inbounds it to George. George bringing the ball down into Mountie territory. This is Rancour. Rancour looking. Rancour, no. Ball to the Mounties. Mumford takes no prisoners. Bodies go flying. Within the bounds of the rules, it might be said. Armstrong.
It's surprising how much contact can happen for something that's supposed to be a non-contact sport.
Right on. Right on. Armstrong with it. Guarded by Albert. Loses the handle. That is Talbot with it. Talbot now. 4 on the shot clock. Rancour. She must go. No.
Much better defense by Mount A on that series right there. That was great to see. Pressure forced a shot that Holland did not want to take. Mount A getting the ball back out of it. A little bit more like the defense we've seen the last few home games as well.
Roberts looking. Roberts in. Mumford. Foul. 9. Rancour. Yes. Her 4th. Mallard / Mallard. Hempel back in.
Ball got put back into play before the player being subbed before had a chance to get off the court. She scrambled over.
Yep. Mumford to Roberts. Roberts up. Roberts no. Rebound to Talbot. Talbot to Armstrong. Armstrong looking. Armstrong. George in motion. Armstrong wants a target. She gets Talbot. Talbot looking. Talbot driving. Talbot to give to Number 4, that is Stedman. Albert with it. Albert driving. Albert looking. Albert to Hansen. Hansen. Mumford up. Mumford no. Rebound to number 11, Talbot. 5:58. We're under 6 minutes to go. Still a 16-point margin for the Hurricanes. This is George. George with it. George finds Stedman. Stedman no.
Yeah, that was Roberts. A little too much contact on the trying to force the driving Stedman to the baseline.
Got a push. George comes out. Flaganoff comes in. Brown will inbound the ball for the Hurricanes. 59-43. You're watching ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV. I'm Steve Ridlington on play-by-play. Ian Allen on color and technical production. Ben Hoochard is the color guy.
Yeah, Hempel did not have defense, did not have position on that one, and just basically enough contact they had no choice but to call it.
Her 4th, team 3rd, inbounding by Brown. Brown to Plaganoff. Plaganoff to Talbot. Talbot. Talbot, no. Ball to the Mounties.
No. Knocked
No.
out by the Mounties. Hurricanes retains.
Okay.
Yep, 9 seconds left on the shot clock.
Okay, not much time, but these Hurricanes have not needed much time. Have played consistently. Albert with it. Albert up. Albert, no. Rebound to Roberts. Here is Hempel. Hempel up. Hempel, no. And Roberts with the rebound. Roberts up, no. Fouled on the way in. I believe Brown will get the call.
I'm almost as confused as Brown is. They're basically calling push from behind. She reached around, tried to get to the ball. There was no contact on that side. From where I am, the referee might have had a better line on it than me. I don't know, but I didn't see enough contact to warrant the call. But I said the referees have a better position than I do up here.
All right. Here's Roberts. Yep. 15 the spread.
Yeah, it's nice during that series to see Mount A get those second and third chance, get in there and get the offensive rebounds.
Roberts up. Roberts, no. Albert, yes. Albert, yes. Down to 13, Ian. It is a slow process when you don't have much time. And this is Hansen guarding. Hansen, tight defense. Hansen stays with Talbot. Bravo.
Solid double team there. Forced her play. She just sort of had to push back away and in that to get room to pass the ball over them. In that process, picked up her pivot foot and traveled.
All right. Roberts up. Roberts, yeah, there's the deuce. Down to 11, Ian, with 4:38. Mounties chipping away. As we said, do they have the time? I don't know. Armstrong in. Armstrong. Jump ball. Jumper is Mountie.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Timeout to discuss it, Ian. Anyway.
Yep.
Yep.
Timeout by Hurricanes. Coach Connolly basically wants to get his girls settled down so they'll actually get back to playing that solid team defense where they're shutting down the driving lanes, double teaming a bit like the way they were for most of the first 3 quarters, definitely first half and a good chunk of the third quarter. And just now they stepped up their defense so far in the last 5 or 6 minutes of play, and the Hurricanes seem to be having some difficulty adjusting to that. They're scrambling a little bit. They're just knocking them out of their offensive set. So that's basically what Coach Cabrera wanted to be doing with them all game long. But it didn't start until late in the third. I think it's going to be interesting. They could come close, but as This is going to be a good finish to a ball game, no matter how you look at it.
Awesome, Ian. Well said, sir. And well, let's see. Uh, 28, 55. I believe if I'm trying to work through my silence is because I'm trying to work through the math. I believe the Mounties have the tiniest of leads in the fourth quarter scoring. (9-8), Ian, is the lead for the Mounties in this quarter. Talbot, 3 seconds. Long Hail Mary, no good. Flaganoff. Armstrong to inbound, I'm sorry, that is Albert. We said Armstrong's name so much with her minutes on time on task, Ian. Huge.
Yep.
Hempel, no. And Armstrong with the rebound. Here is Talbot. If we picked a POG, I know who mine would be. And
I'm with you on that one.
And here they come. This is Talbot. Talbot looking. Talbot to Rancourt. Rancourt up. Rancourt no. Ball leaves the playing surface. It will be
great block and great timing on that block by Hansen.
Armstrong to inbound it.
5 seconds on the shot clock.
3:35 left in the quarter. Mounties trail by 11. Stedman. Rancourt. Rancourt.
Did not get the shot off in time. Ball was still in her hand when the shot clock expired.
Time count violation. Mounties. 3:29. Hansen, Hempel, Mumford, no. Rebound. Rebound Armstrong gets it to Plaganoff. Plaganoff looking. Plaganoff guarded. Plaganoff in under. Talbot up. Talbot down.
Great pass from Plaganoff to get that ball to the driving Talbot on the baseline.
Timeout. 13 the spread. Wow, Ian. There are only so many grains of sand left in the hourglass. One wonders.
3 minutes worth, and it's going to be snug. They've been leaving everything out in the court to bring themselves back into this game. It just looks like they may come up just a little short, but that's not. I mean, it's not done yet, but it's getting closer. They're not going to hand this one over to the Hurricanes in the tail end in the last minutes of the game.
It is, in fact, 9-6 the lead for the Mounties in this fourth quarter. But too little, too late is the question one might have. What a game, what a game. Let's review those matches from earlier in the day. UNBSJ at Mount St. Vincent, 73-71, Mystics win. And St. Thomas at UKC in Halifax, St. Thomas Tommy 66, UKC Blue Devils 52. A tough weekend for UKC, it might be said. Mounties, Mumford. Mumford to Fillmore. Fillmore drives. Fillmore up. Fillmore no. Talbot with the rebound. Armstrong now. A bit of a game of keep away now, do you think, Ian?
Yeah, a little bit. Hurricanes are going to try and use the clock. They'll run their offensive set and take as much time as they can every time down the court.
Stedman no. Stedman rebound Mumford. Mumford driving. Mumford across the main line. And here is Roberts. Roberts up. Roberts. No.
There's the Euro step, and then that was an entire vacation. Roberts knew that as soon as the whistle went, ball came back down. She knew she'd done it.
Yep. Yep. All right, Rancourt up. Rancourt, no. Temple. Last touch, White off of Rancourt. 2:13 Mountie ball going to be inbounded by Roberts. Fillmore is there to help out. Fillmore coming. Fillmore looking. Fillmore driving right side. This is Mumford. Mumford to Fillmore. Fillmore looking. Fillmore. Fillmore finds Godfrey. Godfrey, that is saved by Mumford. And out of bounds, knocked there by Talbot. Mountie possession. 154. Wow, 13 points. That is looming large.
5 on the shot clock. Mountie's for them to get a shot on goal. Oh, yeah. And courtesy of that extended leg that caught the ball, we now have 14 seconds for the shot on the shot clock now.
Mumford looking. Mumford up. Mumford no. Mumford rebound. Yes. Mumford up. Down. Wow. Talk about a hard-earned deuce. Down to 9 is the spread. Rancourt looking. Rancourt with it. Rancourt to Plaganoff. Plaganoff looking. Plaganoff in under. Talbot up. No. Here's Fillmore. Breakout. Fillmore down. Armstrong. Chop on Fillmore. Her third, team fourth. Timeout.
Timeout for the Mounties, yeah.
Boy.
I mean, they're doing what they need to on the defensive end because they're actually stepping up to bringing themselves back up to the level they've been playing at in the last few games. And they've managed to, knock Holland out of their offensive set so that they're not scoring as consistently as they were earlier in the game. They're also getting they're getting more rebounds up on the offensive end now, so they're actually getting those second or third shot opportunities that they've been getting all season long up to this point. But it's just a matter of whether it's going to be they've just got to start hitting a few more of those shots on the offensive end to be able to make this comeback a reality.
20 seconds and counting. At least in the 20 seconds and counting left in the timeout.
That is correct.
Yeah, we just clarify there. A great game. Thank you to Ian Allen, our technical producer and analyst. Thank you to Ben Hutcher. I'm Steve Ridlington, did the play-by-play today. Thank you to our correspondents in the chat box and at our email. Always great to hear from you, and we are very pleased to share this quality basketball with you from these the efforts of these fine student athletes. Armstrong to inbound. There's 1:25 left. The spread is 11. Plaganoff to Stedman, to Plaganoff. Plaganoff to Talbot. Talbot looking. And foul.
Yeah, Godfrey just caught the arm of Rancourt as she was making that pass.
Bonus now
Yep.
in place. That is Godfrey's second, team fifth. Rancourt, no. Roberts, Mumford, Roberts up, Roberts, no. Mumford is fouled on the way in. She'll go to the line for two. There's 58.5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and for anybody that's aspiring to be a post player out there, seeing what Mumford had done on that play, she set the screen up high, gave Roberts a chance to get the step around with the ball, and then as soon as the ball went by, she spun off and followed down in and got the rebound.
10 is the spread with just under a minute to go. 9 is the spread with just under a minute to go.
We're definitely fouling territory.
Rancourt. Plaganov. Mumford up. No, won't go. And there's a foul. 9 is the spread. Fouls on Roberts, her second.
Yeah, Hurricanes doing a very good job of keeping that ball around the perimeter and as long as they could before they actually pushed it inside.
Spread at 10. Stedman is good on the first. And no. Hempel. Roberts. Roberts to Mumford. Fillmore.
Out of bounds. Stepped on the line.
Tough break with 35.9 remaining. 62-52. Plaganoff in under. Mumford has it. Here's Hempel. Hempel down. Hempel with it. Hempel looking. Hempel. And yes! Woohoo! That's a quote from the fanhood.
Yeah, the referees just wanted to make sure Plagenhoff was okay after she went down fairly hard.
Timeout. 17.7 seconds remain. The gap at 7 with the timeout taken by the Hurricanes.
Yeah, that'll give Coach Connolly a chance just to get the girls settled down a little bit, and also they'll be able to move the ball up into the front court as well.
Wow. I don't know if 17 seconds is you're on the outside of the possibility, are we, or are not?
It's one of those things, mathematically it could happen.
Realistically.
But if anybody bets on that and gets the wins, they're going to get huge odds. I won't complain if I see it, but believe me not. But it's not over yet, but it's so close. I definitely have to commend the Hurricanes on them. They came in here today and they've left everything here on the gym floor. They played solidly at both ends of the court. Mount A came out a little bit slow, but then they're finishing up. This is, like I said at halftime, even though we had a pretty good spread, it was going to be a solid finish to this game.
It's a 16-7 score in the quarter in favor of the Mounties, Ian.
Yep.
And that will give the Mounties it's that second quarter that did it. The Mounties will potentially have won the first two quarters. We got a block. Third foul on Godfrey. Plaganoff, no. Margin is 8. Timeout.
Mounties have called that timeout, and that's probably going to be, that's their last timeout for that one. That'll give Coach Guevara a chance to move the ball up into the front court for the throw in and see if they can get something quick. Foul, hopefully missed shots, back down to court quick again. It'd be basically what they're trying to look at right now. The 8 points, it's 3 full scores. It's going to be a couple of threes and a 2 to actually tie that one up. So it's going to be tough, but they're down there right now, and he's trying to draw up something that he hopes will work. Yeah, and I'd like to remind everybody that immediately following this game, or actually probably about 20 minutes after this game is done, we will be starting the men's game. It's looking right now like it's going to be probably a 5:15 or 5:20 start time by the time we get this one wrapped up.
Ian, this is going to mean that 3 teams, Mount A, Holland, and Mount St. Vincent, will sit with 8 points. With Holland taking this one. Mounties will be 4-2. Holland will be 4-1.
Mount will be 4-1. Yeah.
Yep. So that they'll be looking at percentiles, I guess.
Early in the season, but it's still a good indication of what the year is going to look like.
Yep. Hempel up. Hempel, yes, there's a tray. They're within 5. Hempel, I believe Hempel will be gone with that gesture.
Yep. That would be Hempel's 5th foul.
Hempel is done like dinner. Albert will replace her on the when we go in. Plaganoff would remind you that
Plaganoff dropped the first shot, drained the first shot.
The margin was as high as 22. The difference dropped the second. 7. Fillmore short. Armstrong holds onto it. There you go. 65-58. 65-58.
Yeah, is it right now? It's like it was a good ball game to watch, even with the point spread where it was started early. That second quarter where Mounties just seemed to be incapable of following through on the offensive end, and I'm not sure if they got any offensive rebounds in that second quarter. That was the main turning point right there.
Yep.
Mountie was able to pull it back a little bit late in the third and through the fourth quarter, but just a little too late. Not enough time to get that point spread shut down.
And the Mounties took the fourth quarter 19-10, Ian, but clearly not enough. This afternoon, 65-58. And as Ian has said through our broadcast several times, going to be a great run through most of the season in the top half of the league. I'm Steve Ridlington. I handled play-by-play today. Ian Allen was your color analyst and our technical producer. Ben Huchert was on camera. Thanks for being with us. Final score once again, Holland College Hurricanes 65, Mount Allison Mounties 58. From McCormick Gym at Mount Allison University in Sackville, thanks for having joined us. Take care, everyone. Be kind. See you next time.